Emma always believed her job as a real estate photographer was easy. Walk into an empty house, snap some shots, and leave. But today, something felt off the moment she entered the latest property on her list. The house was old, Victorian, and massive, but it had an unsettling silence about it. Her instructions were clear. Take photos of every room, especially the one on the third floor. It was rumored to be special, though no one explained why. Emma climbed the creaking staircase, camera in hand, her footsteps echoing eerily. On the third floor, she found a single door at the end of a long hallway. The air grew colder as she approached, her breath visible in the dim light filtering through the cracked ceiling. The door creaked open on its own as she reached for the knob. Inside was a room that didn't make sense. There were no windows, no furniture, just four walls and a smooth, gleaming floor. In the center lay a single chair with something resting on it, an old, rusted key. Emma hesitated. Her client hadn't mentioned this. She took a cautious step inside, camera ready. Her lens captured the empty space, but the preview screen on her camera revealed something chilling. In the photo, the room wasn't empty. It showed shadowy figures standing in a circle, heads bowed as if in prayer. Emma's pulse raced. She looked up, but the room remained empty to the naked eye. Shaking, she clicked the next photo. The figures had moved closer, their faces obscured, their outlines growing sharper. She wanted to run, but curiosity held her in place. She took another photo, and her heart nearly stopped. The chair was no longer empty. A man sat there, his head tilted unnaturally, his eyes black voids. He was looking straight at her. A voice whispered from behind, "Take the key." Emma spun around, but no one was there. She felt the air grow heavier, pressing against her chest. The door slammed shut. Panicking, she tried to open it, but it wouldn't budge. The whispers grew louder, filling her head, saying the same words, "Take the key." Her trembling hand reached for the key. The moment her fingers touched it, the whispers stopped. The silence was deafening. And then, the room changed. The smooth walls now had windows, but outside wasn't the world she knew. It was a dark, endless void, with shadows writhing and twisting like living smoke. The door behind her was gone, replaced by another, a heavy wooden door with carvings that seemed to shift when she looked away. The whispers returned, now pleading, "Open the door. Free us." Emma's instincts screamed at her to drop the key, but her body moved on its own. She turned the key in the lock, and the door creaked open. A rush of cold air hit her, and the shadows from the windows poured in, surrounding her, whispering her name. She tried to scream, but the air was too thick. When she woke, she was lying on the floor of the empty room. The chair was gone, the key nowhere to be found. Her camera sat next to her, untouched. Shakily, she stood and stumbled out of the house. Outside, her car was still parked, the sun shining brightly. It felt like hours had passed, but her watch showed only 5 minutes since she'd entered. Emma quit her job the next day. Weeks later, the house was listed online, but one detail stood out. A photo of the third floor room showed something impossible. A woman standing in the corner, camera in hand. It was Emma, and she was staring back at the viewer, her eyes black voids.